So, what's been happening in the last week? Hello everybody. Oh, I'm touching my hair again already. That's not the point in this video. I have been kind of quiet the last week, and that hasn't been helped for the fact I've not been hugely well, let's say that. But that's not the point in this video either. I'm just going to catch up on everything I've been doing. A lot of it, unfortunately, is dissertation, but that's basically finished at the moment for me. I'm just going through it and proofreading at the moment, but I've read it so much at the moment, it's just, I can't sort of stand looking at my own words at the moment, so it's taking a bit longer than it should. Apart from that, I've been playing around with the melts I did on top of my plaster casts, and although I like them still, they are still breaking. The metal is not fusing together very well. Like, let me just grab a few bits. So yeah, like, I just have bits. You probably can't see that small one, it's going to get blurry if I show it any closer, but there's like quite substantially large bits now falling off. I don't know if you can see how big that is. It's a pretty large chunk to be falling off, and yeah, there's just bits falling off it at the moment, so I'm not sure how usable it's going to actually be. Oh, I just dropped one. I found it, never mind. So yeah, I'm not sure how usable that's going to be, because I don't want it to fall apart while it's like worn. The leather, I've shaped all the leather. I don't think I told you about that, but I basically ended up using masking tape to tape the leather to the mannequin so it followed the shape. And that seems to have worked pretty good. And then I've tried having a couple of people, my friends, model it for me. And although it fits people, I really need to find, someone the exact size of a mannequin, which is kind of hard. But it's more about the idea, I think, in my pieces at the moment, of how to do it. Like, I'm not a master leather worker, if that's what they're even called. A saddler? I don't know. I'm not someone like that, so it's more trying to get as high a quality as I can in like an final test almost pieces, but get them to a very high quality so people can see really what they'd be like. But yeah, shaped them both and sewn them all up. They just need the metal bits attached to them, which is good, so that's cracking along. I've also redesigned some glasses frames to get printed out that actually curve slightly and include the sprung mechanism actually being printed, because I found that the sprung mechanism only really mattered across the top bit. So I thought I'd try printing it out, but I also made some backups just in case that doesn't work. And I have to revert back to using metal and screws, and I put the screw holes in there and everything. So that's all going well, so that project's coming to a close as well as the leather one. What else is going on? The last couple of days I've started the project with Betzalel. We got our package through. I found some parts of the package I got sent through more interesting to me. Let's see if I'll flash them up. Magic click. So hopefully you'll be seeing the things that really interest me. There's a really nice picture of some like raindrops on a window. I'm not quite sure why I like it. I think it's the repetition of the raindrops and the way they refract. Is it refract? I think it's refract the light. So they sort of contrast with the background and their own sort of little worlds in their bubbles. There's also, oh, what was the other one I really liked? Oh, the triangles. Yes, I really liked the triangles, which was the school logo over there of a different school, I think, back in like 1990, I think it was, if I remember my facts correctly. And it's just this little triangle shape, which for some reason, as soon as I saw it, I thought of scale mail. And I think it's called, is it lamella armor? Stuff like that, basically sewn together shapes of something that created art. And I thought of that quite quickly, which obviously interested me. The other picture was a drawing the person did of one of their friends who apparently had a very iconic smile, and said that it reminded them of the Cheshire Cat out of Alice in Wonderland, and that really sparked my interest. And well, I've always kind of liked strange things, and obviously Alice in Wonderland's pretty strange. So, you know, that's something I've been. I've actually made a couple of paper models of things I'm thinking of at the moment, keeping in mind the armor feel and to my work from the leather. Because I'd probably make this from leather as well, just because I love leather. I love the smell of leather. It smells good. But if I flash up pictures of my models, second magic click. Hopefully, what you're seeing at the moment is when I saw the picture of the smiling man and it said the Cheshire Cat, I also looked at other things that were associated with smiling, and I got to things like the mouth of Sauron from, I think it's the extended version of Lord of the Rings Return of the King. Also, obviously there's the Cheshire Cat and the Joker, and they're just all things that obviously have big smiles going on. And for some reason that made me think of like motorcycle masks, because they always have like the skull one or something. And so hopefully you're seeing now is like I mocked up a card motorcycle mask, I guess, and just drew this massive smiling mouth on it. And I really like it actually. But then I was thinking of taking it a bit further, and so I started to look at, because a lot of them, they cover your neck, so obviously to keep wind out, I think. I don't know, I don't ride a bike, but I imagine that's what they do, because most of them have a lot of neck stuff, almost like a scarf going on. Not a scarf, but like a neckerchief? I don't know. But they have that bit. And so I was looking at similar things in armour, and so hopefully you'll see another pictures coming up where I made a series of rings out of card, and I've attached them together like plate armour, so they actually move, and you actually have quite a lot of movement in your neck, even though they are solid. And my idea was to connect the face mask to the rings with a bit of fabric maybe, which I think could be cool. I also made one quickly from a scale mail type pattern using the triangles from before, which worked out better than I thought once I'd figured out the pattern on how to sew them together so they all stayed connected, and so they offset each other to give you that nice scaly look, which I think could also be cool, but I haven't spent quite so long on that design. The problem is I feel like that's just, well, I'm liking it at the moment, but I get the feeling I'll be told I'm jumping too quickly to a conclusion. Now I don't have long left for this project, but I get the feeling I'm going to have to do a bit more in-depth, research and things like that before I can just be like, jump, I'm going to do that. So hopefully the picture showed you sort of what I've been thinking. Unfortunately they are of me, so some of the angles are a bit strange, I'm sorry. But yeah, apart from that, there's not a lot going on. Like I said, I haven't been overly well, so work has sort of ground to a very slow... So I'm meant to be resting, but I just feel too guilty to sit around and do nothing, or lie around and do nothing all day, like I'm really meant to be doing. So, which is a bit awkward, considering I don't actually own a laptop either. Obviously I can't just like sit in bed and do stuff. I have to sit at my desk, get up, move to it, and then move around my room while I'm doing other things. But I'm trying to rest a little so I can be back to working at tip-top shape. But let me know what you think of my new project, how my initial ideas are going. It'd be nice to see what you think, etc, etc. Any suggestions, ideas, what else is associated with big smiles? I did think of something and then I've forgotten it straight away. Okay, we've got the Joker, Mouth of Sauron, Cheshire Cat. Anything else? Smiley? Can we think of anything? Can you think of anything? I can't at the moment. There was one thing, but now I can't think of it anymore, so let me know what you think. Ideas, suggestions, etc. Tell me what you think. It'd be lovely. And now I'm going to go and do something. Probably actually rest for today, because I've done quite a bit of work today. So I might rest now and get back to working tomorrow. So do all those things I asked you to do, or don't do them, whatever you want. but it'd be nice if you did. I shall see you next time. Sparks out.